like the tune, I am indeed driving home for Christmas, and many of you will be at the moment. You'll either be driving home to Christmas or flying home or getting the train. Good luck with that. Okay, but some of you may be going to different countries, but you won't be the only ones. At the moment, there's a lot of people who have claimed asylum who are leaving the country at the moment and going back to wherever it is that they've come from. Not probably the war-torn countries that they claimed, because most of these people that come here have already dumped their ID numerous times, depending on which border control they've gone through, etc. I'll give you an example. When they get on a plane on the way to Ireland, they've got their documentation. When they get off the plane the other side, they haven't. Wouldn't it be an idea to look for it in, say, for instance, the rubbish or whatever? But I digress. The very fact that these people are going back to the place that they claimed asylum would say two things. A, they're breaking the law and they've lied because they're not at risk. Or B, there isn't the threat there. Or C, maybe they didn't even come from a war-torn country. However, one thing we can be for sure is that money that bought them the ticket has probably come from either you, the taxpayer, or criminality. Because let's be fair, if they're willing to lie and break the law coming into the country, then there's a fair chance that they won't stick by the laws of this country. And you can assume that possibly, just saying possibly, some of that money might have been accrued by criminality. But there is some hope out of this, not a lot, but a little bit, that there is Luton Airport, for a start off, is doing checks on outbound as well as inbound. And this is where I've got the story from. That basically these people, the security officers from Luton, have found out that these people are asylum seekers and are popping home to that war-torn, dangerous area that they're persecuted because of their race, religion, or gender, sexuality, or any other made-up tale that you want. What really fucks me off is the left will be pissed off at me for making this video, by the way, pointing out the obvious, because it goes against the narrative. And it's not even left and right these days, it's usually just fucking mental, evil, or good people. Now, the good people always get persecuted. You can tell this all the way through history, they always do. But for you lefties that hate what I'm doing, and by the way, I'm glad I'm upsetting you. I truly am. I know I'm in your head. I'm in your head a lot of the time, I know this. But anyway, to you fucktards that can't accept reality and the truth because, hey, you might get kicked out of your cult. You know, the same cult that denies facts and figures and goes along with a woke agenda, and if any of you stand out of place, you'll be crushed by each other. What a lovely little group to be in that is. Anyway, I digress. Back to the story. So I'm being messaged at the moment by immigrants. People that came here through the legal means and channels over a period of time, some even 30 years ago. One of them was a Hindu, I won't mention any more about it. And these people are glad about what I'm doing. They thank me. Now imagine that. An immigrant who came to this country through the legal channels being pissed off at these illegals coming in for numerous reasons. Well, let's talk about some of those reasons. One of the reasons is some of these people who came to this country were actually fleeing a country, not because of its, I don't know, persecutions, but because it wasn't a good place to be. And they wanted to get away from these people who weren't good. But at the moment, we're importing these people en masse. And these people that went through all the legal means and the effort and the expense and the hardship and the misery that it took to get into this country through legal channels are now experiencing the people coming into this country that they got away from. So that's one of them. Secondly, it makes an arse of the system. These people that have come into this country because they wanted to come to the country to make a better life for themselves and have done that, right? And have assimilated and have taken up a lot of our cultures while still celebrating their own, by the way. You know, these people that have peacefully gone about their day and that have added value to the community, right? These same people, these are the ones that are messaging me that are fucked off with the whole thing at the moment. By the way, proportionately speaking, I've had more immigrants that have come through the legal means message me than normal people. When I say normal people, indigenous people of the country, I should say, right? I got that wrong. However, what does that tell you then, lefty? Or woke or fucktard or whatever you are now. And incidentally, if this is going out on Twitter, by the way, be careful. If you see somebody having a pop at me, go onto their profile and check, and you'll see they've only got about 70 subscribers. These are agitators. Do not engage with them. There is a reason. I did it once on this very channel, and the agitator was trying to stir me up to be racist. Well, I wasn't racist, but nevertheless, engage with them got me a ban. I got the channel back, by the way, so, and it's doing really well. Thanks very much. Okay, but just so you know, if you've got a load of positive comments and then one that's an absolute fucking weapon, have a quick look, all right? Check how many subscribers they've got, and if it's like only a couple or whatever, then what you've got yourself is a paid agitator, probably. And if it's a few more, then what you've got is a moron. But do yourself a favour, don't get, if they're insulting me, don't get upset on my behalf. I love it, I seriously do. I know that I'm fucking these people off badly. And the very fact that I've bored their piss enough for them to actually message me knows that I'm going to be in their head for a little while. So, rent-free. So just enjoy that. Don't bother engaging, there would be no need. Nothing positive can come from it. Just so you know. Anyway, well, as I'm driving home for Christmas, I'm going to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. Now, if this is going out on Twitter, you may not know, I've got quite a busy YouTube channel, and we do live streams, and we have call-ins. And I'm actually going to see if I can put a live stream together over the Christmas period, which is going to be humorous and a bit of a laugh, because we can all do with that right now, right? I mean, with all the bad news and the misery and all the rest of it, some of you people really could do with a pick-me-up, and I don't think you're going to get much of that on woke TV. And the social media, I don't know if you've noticed, is all doom and gloom. So I'll try and give you some fun over the Christmas period, and we'll have some, we might even have a confessional, being as I'm a reverend. By the way, I paid for a ministry, it cost me 70 quid, that's it. The Reverend Simon Sideways thing, is something you may be asking, was given to me many years ago by my mates. It's a story I'll tell you later. But yeah, that's how it came about. Anyway, happy Christmas to you all. And if anybody says fucking happy holiday, point out it's not a fucking holiday for any reason, it's a holiday for a particular reason. That old JC was born on this particular occasion. Alright, and that's what we're celebrating, by the way. We're not celebrating just an excuse to get a fucking few presents, by the way, and a bit of a time off. Just so you know. Anyway, I'm going to go and deliver this Christmas cheer to these stores so that these people can have their food for Christmas. And then I'm wrapping it up today, and I've got quite a few days off. So there'll be a lot of content coming out. So just be aware. Anyway, thanks for watching, sharing, subscribing, liking, following, and whatever it is on whatever platform it is. I really do appreciate it, alright? Share the message. And by the way, we are starting to win here, like, don't be downhearted. So many people, just because they're not saying it, have woken up. And the left is screaming because they're going to lose control. Or the lunatics, or whatever you want to call it, right? I should get out of this left-right dichotomy. The nutters are really fucked off because that bit of power that they had is going away from them. And they know it. And they fear common sense coming back. Because the very moment common sense comes back, these fuckwits will be deplatformed by their own means, by the way, not by us, because there's nothing more I'd like to see than some fuckwit up on stage making a complete cockwomble of himself. Winner, winner, chicken fucking dinner, or turkey at this particular time of year. Anyway, enjoy, have a good time. Don't forget, if you're on your own at Christmas, tune in. If you're on your own around Christmas, pick the phone up to somebody. Listen, I know it's easy to wrap yourself up and say, fuck it, I'm not going to speak to anybody. They might be thinking the same. And you picking the phone up to somebody you haven't spoken to for a long while may well break the ice, all right? And you'll be glad you did. And if you didn't, you haven't lost anything. Seriously, we've all become a bit isolated. The lockdown didn't help. So try and bridge the gap between you and your family. It's the most precious thing you've got. That's me done. I'll see you in a bit.